Hello and welcome to Kent Tonight live on KMTV. I'm Kristen Hawthorne and here are your top stories on Friday the 19th of September. Calling for change. One Kent teacher says banning phones only solves part of the problem.
And actually what we need to do is prioritise children, prioritise their safety and their well-being over the profits that these big tech companies are making.
A county of hope. Kent and Medway prepare to welcome the only known physical symbol for mental health.
We care about it all the time. We want people to know that we are here supporting them and that is community out there as well.
And reuse before you recycle. Kent County Council opens new reuse shop to rehome pre-loved items at discount prices.
So as you can see, we've got all sorts of products, from shoes to bags to camping gear and to furniture.
First tonight, a Kent head teacher warns that banning smartphones in schools is only a partial solution to the damage social media is doing to young people's mental health. Damien Macbeth, head of the John Wallace Academy in Ashford, has joined a national campaign calling for urgent action against big tech. Employing a smartphone ban in his school last year, he still says that children suffer from disrupted sleep and lowered attention spans due to online content. We spoke to him earlier and here's what he had to say on the matter.
Children are seeing things that they should not be seeing at a young age. So I don't think this will be an easy thing to implement, but just because it's not easy doesn't mean it's not right. And actually what we need to do is prioritise children, prioritise their safety and their well-being over the profits that these big tech companies are making. And I think that's what we're asking the government to do, is to put children first and to prioritise childhood. You can teach digital safety, you can teach digital awareness, but you do so in a computer lab where they are safe and where they are heavily monitored. What you don't do is put a supercomputer in the hands of a teenager and expect them to navigate the algorithms that are designed to keep them addicted to these devices.
Now, 2 children were injured after a car mounted a pavement and crashed into a wall in Maidstone. Pictures show the Fiat 500 in a pile of bricks, and witnesses say that they were shocked at the sight. The children believed to be injured were around 14 or 15 years old and from the St Augustine Academy. A spokesperson from the ambulance service say they were called out at about 3:30 p.m. and that multiple crews attended the scene, assessing the collision involving a vehicle and 2 pedestrians. Now, this coming Monday, the Baton of Hope will be touring through Kent and Medway for the first time. They will be raising awareness around suicide prevention as the Baton aims to bring hope throughout the county. Baton bearers will carry the torch from Medway to Margate. Our reporter Daisy Page has been speaking with one of those charities carrying the baton on the day.
The first known physical symbol for mental health is set to make its way through Kent and Medway this coming Monday. The Baton of Hope will start the day here in Medway before being carried by baton bearers through Maidstone, Canterbury and finishing in Margate, where the day will come to a close with the Evening of Hope in Dreamland. Kent and Medway is just one of 20 UK stops for the Baton, and the tour hopes to achieve education and awareness around mental well-being, help those affected by suicide and actively call for change. Each bearer carries the baton with their own story.
I will be carrying that on behalf of the 18 people through my career that I have lost to suicide. 2 of those individuals were personal friends and the others were people that I'd worked in on the wards, in the community and things like that. But I'm also carrying it to that lasting legacy because so many of our clients that we work with battle with these suicidal thoughts every day, and I'm carrying it for them to show them that we need to carry on and we need to keep talking to bring forward the best outcomes.
During the first national lockdown due to COVID-19, Alex was a second-year mental health nurse. Recognising the loneliness within his community, he paired his fellow student nurses and volunteers with individuals to just have a chat, which was the start of his charity, the Keep Talking services. Now, it is making over 900 calls a month, helping those who are experiencing loneliness or poor mental health. For the Keep Talking services team, the baton is more than a symbol for the day, but a message to last. With the development of the Gardens of Hope in Whitstable, Maidstone and Herne Bay, the gardens will be open to everyone.
We're obviously creating the gardens, but if you can't come on the day, the space is there. It means that you can go when you please, when you feel like you need to. It's It's going to be a space where people can visit. It's not just about the day that it happens, it's a continuation of the message. We care about it all the time. We want people to know that we are here supporting them and that is community out there as well.
As the county prepares for the baton's arrival, the message from the day will be lasting. Daisy Page for KMTV. If you have been affected by the issues raised in this report, the Samaritans can be reached on 116 123.
Now, the Battle of Britain Memorial flight came to Kent today, flying over Chapel of Fern at 11 a.m. this morning. It was originally planned to fly over on the Battle of Britain Day, however, strong winds meant the event had to be called off. The flypast consisted of 2 Spitfires, a Hurricane and many more military aircraft taken to the skies, and our reporter Ollie Spires was there to catch the view.
I'm here today in Folkestone at the Battle of Britain Memorial Park. Now today's flypast honours the 85th anniversary of the Battle of Britain, paying tribute to the courage and sacrifice of the RAF aircrews who defended Britain in 1940. Now these flypasts are more than just spectacle. They reconnect us with history, ensuring people remember the bravery, the loss and the significance of that turning point in defending our skies.
This flypast was originally planned for the 15th of September, which we commemorate as Battle of Britain Day. But the weather that day clearly wasn't flying weather. So they moved it to today, and as you can see, lovely blue skies and sunshine, and they actually managed to do it to commemorate the 85th anniversary of the battle. It's an important event really to commemorate, this being the 85th anniversary as I've mentioned, but also the first time that we've not had any of the few alive. So, you know, the last one passed away earlier on this year. So it is important that we do commemorate it and not to forget the few, because it was a key battle during the Second World War.
Now, one of Kent's biggest retro festivals is coming to an end after 18 years due to falling visitor numbers. The 40s Festival at the historic dockyard in Chatham is running one final time this weekend on the 20th and the 21st of September. This year sees Glenn Miller Orchestra, D-Day Darlings and many more acts, along with the Winston Churchill character giving a speech. A tribute to the 80th anniversary of VE Day and VG Day will also take place alongside a display of military vehicles and vintage market stalls. Now, Tasmin Jarrett from the historic dockyard in Chatham says she is grateful to everyone who supported the event for the past 18 years. Sorry, we're having some problems here. And we can actually hear from her now.
18 years for any event is very good going. And, you know, during that time, lots and lots of people have enjoyed and sort of come and celebrated with us. But sadly, the visitor numbers have never kind of recovered since pre-COVID times. So we have struggled since COVID to get back to the same visitor numbers that we were experiencing back, you know, before 2020. The event's been running for 18 years and this is the final salute. So we're going to give this particular show, you know, it's going to go out with a bit of a bang.
Sunday the 28th, volunteers across the UK will be participating in the Great British Beach Clean. That's hard to say. The event, organised by the Marine Conservation Society, aims to encourage communities to clean up their beaches and make a note of what sort of litter is found. The cleaning effort has been going on for over 20 years. But to tell us more, Etley Reynolds joins me now. So, can we get a bit more information on this then to start us off?
Yeah, so I'll start by saying Kent has some iconic beaches. You've got Margate, Herne Bay, Whitstable, but this is an opportunity for you to do something for your local community. Now, as you said, the Great British Beach Cleanup, it is a bit of a mouthful, yeah, is organised by the Marine Conservation Society. And to get involved, all they say is you just need to simply find your nearest beach cleanup, or perhaps organise your own. From these beaches, they collect litter data as well as litter from the beach. And this collected litter data helps the Marine Conservation Society do their conservation work, and it feeds into the international coastal cleanup. So not only will you be doing your bit for the community, you'll also be helping a wider issue. In 2024, volunteers collected over 750,000 pieces of single-use plastics.
And that was in Kent?
That was across the UK, okay. So the county definitely contributed to some of that, I believe. And It was a 9.5% increase from the year before. So hopefully this year, even more people can get involved and even more single-use plastics can be taken away from the beach and we can be a bit more environmentally friendly down in the county.
So what is Kent doing then to get involved?
So there are a couple of collections happening over the county. A beach stretch in All Hallows is doing a beach collection between 9:30 and 10:30, and they actually only have one space left, so you have to sign up for these beach collections. And the last time I checked, there was one space. That space might have been gone now, but if anybody at home would like to get involved in that area, you got one more space. And the Plum Pudding Minas Beach in Bay in Birchington starts at the Northern Sea Wall Beaches, is again happening at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and they called for 50 volunteers and actually have 0 spaces left. So if you wanted to take part in that, unfortunately it doesn't seem to be any spaces left, but as the Marine Society said, this doesn't stop you from organising your own beach cleaning. And Kent sees a lot of tourism and often a lot of single-use plastic. So this is a great opportunity, like I said, to give back to the community.
Excellent. And I suppose if you don't get a space, you can always order one of those pick-up things from Amazon and do it yourself. You know, whenever...
All you need is a pair of gloves and a bin bag, I say.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's time for a quick break coming up, but we will get back to you very soon and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
I think the market is a great symbol for what we should be doing on Mauritius, what we can do elsewhere in the world. This is like a picture house. Here,
Hello and welcome back to Kent Tonight live on KMTV. Now, a row of 4 houses have been built to replace homes destroyed by a gas explosion in Ashford. In May 2021, 2 people suffered life-changing injuries after a gas explosion caused by a leak in a portable gas heater. Work on the replacement homes began last September and that was completed just this week. Ashford Borough Council leader Noel Ovington said that he's delighted that the housing team has delivered a project to replace the homes destroyed, and each home owned by Ashford Borough Council, which is led by a coalition of the Ashford Independents and Green Party. Chatham and Aylesford MP Tris Osborne calls for urgent action following Bluebell Hill survey works. The investigation surveys were set to last for 12 weeks and include staggered lane closures, but by day 2, computers were calling for a reconsidered plan. Tris Osborne says he's received a number of growing complaints from his constituents and has now written to the council's cabinet member for highways to raise concerns. A KCC spokesperson said the surveys are a vital step in the Bluebell Hill improvement scheme, which will deliver long-term benefits for road safety and traffic flow. Next, tributes are being paid to a Morrison Cafe worker, Tina Cheeseman, from Dover. The popular supermarket worker sadly passed away after over 15 years of working at the store since it first opened in January 2010. The store manager said that Tina was a much valued member of the team at the Dover store and will be dearly missed by all of her co-workers. More than 40 floral tributes have been laid out outside the store with a photo of Miss Cheeseman. Friends and family have also left various notes along with them. We can hear from some of her friends and family about what they have to say now in her memory.
I knew her for about 15, 20 years and she was such a lovely person, always had a kind word to say to anyone that came in the shop. She was pleasant, she was friendly, she knew so many people. She was just so lovely. I'm shocked to hear that she died.
I've known Tina for over 10, 15 years. She's always said nice things about me and asked about me. She's so friendly. She'll be greatly missed by me and my mum because, yeah, we've known her for years, so. Because Morrison's is a popular shop and she's always there on the tills, smiling, chatting to everyone. She knows everyone's names and she's just really friendly.
Seemingly very valued member of the community there, but don't forget you can keep up to date with all our latest stories across Kent by logging onto our website kmtv.co.uk. There you'll find all the reports, including this one about the Royal British Legion Industries in Aylesford, which just celebrated its 106th birthday.
Cake, music, and plenty of laughter. That's what happened at the Royal British Legion Industries in Aylesford as it celebrated its 106th birthday.
I don't think many things can bring a community together quite like a birthday party, especially one for the RBLI, which has reached its astonishing 106th birthday party. So let's go inside and join the celebrations.
It's a really good excuse to bring everybody together, the community of veterans that live on the village, our wider supporters, local corporates. You would have seen some very special guests, some of the local mayors are here, and they're all here to come together to celebrate 106 years of Royal British Legion Industries.
But there's also another important part of the party, and that's getting the community together to break down social barriers.
Also meeting the other mayors, meeting the Veterans Hub, meeting the RAF Association. They're all very good friends of mine as well, for which I will be laying a memorial only this Sunday. So I'm forever mixed up in the military, veterans, reserves and cadets activity, as with the Sea Cadets last night. I love being with military people, so that's just my passion, but also I care about their mental health.
I myself, I'm a civilian, so learning different things about the military from military personnel themselves is really interesting and very factual to me, but I think specifically for Twiggy and the other veterans, it's mixing people who may not have met before but have similar stories.
Just the camaraderie that we've all missed. So it's always good to get back with other fellow veterans and again hear everyone's stories, and they may have gone through the same things, and through one conversation someone may open up and potentially we could save someone's life, because no one knows how deep their sadness goes at the end of the day.
You know, we know that isolation, mental health problems, PTSD are all issues that are endemic in our veteran population, and anything like this where you welcome people in to a nice, friendly, warm environment, and let's be honest, feed them cake and give them drink, is always a good thing for them, I think.
The RBLI hopes veterans continue to thrive in civvy streets, letting them have their cake and eat it. Henry Luck for KMTV in Aylesford.
Now, I was out in Swanscombe today and it was very warm, so let's take a look at the weather to see if it's cooling down or heating up. Well, tonight then is looking partly cloudy with temperatures ranging from 16 to 19 degrees. Tomorrow morning we have cloudy weather across the county, bit of sun peeking through the clouds in the east, temperatures staying about the same as the day before, and into the afternoon temperatures hitting 20 degrees with some light rain there up in Dartford, wind speeds hitting 14 miles per hour. Sunday we have 17 degrees with cloudy skies and rain. Monday we have 16 degrees, cloudy skies, and then Tuesday we have 16 degrees and cloudy skies and rain again. And now, do you have any items lying around your house you've been meaning to take to the tip? Well, Kent County Council's new reuse shop at Adlington Household Waste Recycling Centre might be a solution to rehome your pre-loved things. This is a new reuse shop and it's part of a wider initiative to encourage people to donate their used items, allowing people across Kent to buy second-hand items at cheap prices. Our reporter Megan Shaw has more.
Reduce and reuse before you recycle seems to be Kent County Council's new initiative, following the opening of their new reuse shop at the Allington Household Waste Recycling Centre. This follows a similar permanent reuse shop in New Romney. The sites allow members of the public to donate usable but unwanted household goods, from shoes to gardening tools, and allow others to buy them at a reduced price.
It's a great way of getting really good value goods for very little money, and from the Kent taxpayers' point of view, it means that they're not going into a furnace, they're not being burnt, they're not having to be disposed of, which costs us a lot of money. So it's doing good things and reusing great reusable items.
This comes as part of Kent County Council's Nothing Wasted campaign, aiming to redirect usable items away from recycling so they can be rehomed. Additionally, this shop is also raising money for Kent-based charities, Satida, which supports victims of domestic abuse, and the Young Lives Foundation, supporting children in need.
So the profits that the shop raise either go to the chairman's chosen charities, and then what's left over goes back into reinvestment into the shops so that we can continue to grow reuse across Kent. Come along to the shop, come and see what we've got for sale, or if you've got items sitting at home, bring them to one of our donation containers. Become a part of the movement.
What better way to make an environmental impact than to keep things in circulation for longer and to create no waste in the first place?
Following Kent County Council's recent decision to retract its declaration of a climate emergency, it no longer needs to consider reaching net zero emissions by 2050 when making decisions. Will then reuse shops like these continue to be a priority into the future? This is Megan Shaw for KMTV in Allington.
Well, Megan joins me now to tell us a little bit more about that. So we obviously seen there in your story different pictures of stuff that was there. I'm sure you missed some things out. What things did they have there?
Honestly, all sorts. There was lots and lots of furniture. There were children's toys. There were shoes. There were DVDs. There was quite a lot of clothes. There was anything you could think of. There was even like gardening tools and things like that. So it was a really wide array of not only things that people had donated, but things that other people could buy.
So something for everyone. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Fabulous. And then we mentioned that it's cheaper prices and stuff, but what actually are the prices? I mean, are they actually much cheaper?
They're definitely reasonable, yeah. It's a really good option for people who just moved somewhere, maybe want to get the essentials on a budget, and it's second-hand shopping, I think, is always a win. Everything there, like the electricals, had, of course, been pat tested. Everything was in working order, so definitely a good shout, I'd say.
I suppose a lot of students are coming in this month anyway, aren't they? This week or next week they'll be moving in, so maybe it'll be good for them as well. Why do you think that this is important to Kent County Council then?
It's part of a wider initiative they've got going to kind of encourage people to reuse. Like, of course, I think everyone's well aware we do try to recycle, but reusing too, I think, rather than just recycling something straight away, it's kind of part of this broader mission to try and repurpose things first and see if they could find a home somewhere else. This is the second one of these reuse shops. There was one just earlier this year in New Romney, so it definitely seems to be a theme that we're kind of pushing people to consider buying second-hand or donating.
And then oh yes, we've got some Christmas decorations as well. They're on screen, so I suppose people can go down and get prepared for Christmas. Because, I mean, everything's expensive at Christmas, really. That's when people most struggle, isn't it? So, I mean, it seems that they have a bit of something for everybody. I'm trying to say it won't come out. But yeah, fabulous. So we'll keep that as it follows, and I'm sure it'll be very popular. You went to the opening?
I did, yes.
Fabulous.
So it's open from today.
Great. And what, do you know the hours?
I don't know the hours, no.
That's all right. Well, we'll check on that anyway. It might probably on Kent Online, but thank you so much, Megan. Thank you. All right, you've been watching Kent Tonight live here on KMTV, but don't forget there's more news made just for you throughout the evening. We'll be joining you here again at 8 p.m. for a bulletin. But from us for now, we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.